Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And today we got a spicy difficult one for you, I guess. And guess what? We don't have no shout outs today. All right, good people. Hey, welcome back, man, to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And of course, as I am every single week, you know who it is, man. It's Alan.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Twine. Hey, ask me about my podcast, man. You know what time it is.
It's your friend and your mentor, Calvin D. Hill.
All right, so, the reason I say it's spicy difficult is because the problem with this particular topic that we're going to be talking about today is it can be difficult to even explain. And the way that sometimes we have heard it used doesn't accurately reflect the textbook. I want to make that key distinction, textbook definition. Because we're talking about cognitive dissonance, people. Cognitive dissonance.
All right, tell them what it is.
All right, so essentially, and this is where Calvin has a problem with the definition.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
So this is the dictionary definition right here. Cognitive dissonance is a term for the state of discomfort, and that's where Calvin has a problem, felt when two or more modes of thought contradict each other. So it is essentially two modes of thought contradicting each other in your mind is cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, are you gonna get an example?
I'll give an example that is easy for people to understand. Because the reason I put the topic down was a much more difficult to understand reason. But the rest of the definitions, the classing of cognitions may include ideas, beliefs, or the knowledge that one has behaved in a certain way. So the example that most closely resembled why I put the topic down was eating
Christianity.
meat.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? What'd you say?
Oh, here they come. Hey, I'm gonna tear them all up. I got this. Hey, I got this show.
Go ahead, Alan. I'm sorry.
Eating meat. So it was talking about people who consider themselves animal lovers, but are also omnivores in that they eat meat. Because so that's what I mean when we say cognitive dissonance is that you say you love animals, or you say you are one thing, but yet on the other hand, it's really a contradiction in your own mind, is what it essentially is.
Well, it's
a contradiction you allow because it's like I like this thing.
All right, it's like the cognitive side, like you said, it's dealing with your thinking. The dissonance is dealing with your behavior.
The difference between what you believe versus what you're doing. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it is. It's basically because you're saying in your mind, your thinking is one way, but your actions are this way.
Correct.
That's how it manifests itself.
Okay, so for the example that I wanted to use, since we're dealing with examples,
right?
I believe COVID was real. COVID-19, right? That whole pandemic. I believe it was real.
Did you blow on it?
Hold on. I believe there was a deadly virus, and I want to protect my family and friends from the virus, right?
Yeah.
That's the cognitive part.
Right. Okay.
Now get ready for the dissonance. All right, you ready? I don't wear a mask.
Oh my God.
Right, that would be
okay. So everybody,
that actually would probably be a big example that more people.
That's
can
what
relate
I'm trying to
yes.
get everybody to understand. That's the example that you should use or look at, because a lot of people said, "Yeah, like me."
I'm listening.
Yeah, this is a virus. This is a problem. Yeah, but guess what?
You didn't wear your mask?
I ain't wearing no mask. What I look like? Freedom. Freedom. No, but okay. I did that to be
blow
funny.
COVID away?
I did that to be funny. See,
COVID-19. I can't get out.
Here it come.
Ah, God, they told you they had no jet.
Here they come.
Oh my God.
Here they come.
No, we ain't.
Here they come.
No,
All right,
listen.
but no,
there
but that's
are
the point.
wolves
The
in sheep's clothing all the time.
The dissonance part is. Okay, you're saying these are so forth and so on. But
Yeah,
now,
you're saying
all right,
this is what you
everybody. So
believe,
this
but
is why they
what you
going
believe.
in like this because they're trying to say this is what Christians do.
No, I'm talking about
This is-
that person individually because I thought it was dumb.
Fonzo-
Then. Now he might be
Fonzo
talking about
trying
another
to
deal.
say he's trying to imply.
Well, he got to pull out the angry preacher. If y'all want humanity to come out, the angry preacher got to
That's
come
why I
out.
told him. I got this. Hey, I got it. I got this. I got this.
Strap in.
I'm gonna hit him in the head with it because people want to. You want to put that label on the Christian community because they're saying these are my values, right?
Let me clarify.
And this is where it goes. No, because this is where it goes to what I was saying. This is where I don't agree because it says when a person feels a discomfort. This is the problem. Half the people are saying that these are my values don't feel a comfort level or discomfort level when they go against the values.
Right.
So you're
Comfortable
not
in their sin is what you're saying?
because it's not a real issue. Because in their mind, you can say one thing, but in your mind, that's not your value. So shut up. That is not your value. Bottom line, that's not your value.
I mean, that's true. We know your values by what you do.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, gotcha.
Whoa. So if that's not their value,
That's not your value.
then are they Christians?
Okay, so if
I mean,
these
that's what they call
no,
themselves.
but that's I can call myself a car and stand in the garage.
You a car?
I'm standing in the garage.
You can carry passengers.
I'm standing in the garage.
You stand in the garage, so you a car? Is that what you're saying? You identifying
He's saying
as a
you can
car?
call
I'm
yourself a
identifying
car.
as a car. What's the problem?
Hey,
Vroom, vroom.
As long as you got a seatbelt, I'll take a trip.
That's what you're doing?
No,
You're
that's
identifying?
that's what
you're
everybody.
doing?
That's what everybody doing. So that's what people do. That's what we do in our society. We can say what we want to say nowadays, and we can think what we want to think. Who cares? Who cares about what's there?
What's reality?
Who cares about reality? Who cares? I'm a rich white man. Treat me as such.
Yeah, you can go on down there and find out.
Yep.
Go on down there and find out.
Hey, as crazy as that just sounded,
People.
I can do what I want to do nowadays because our society has set it up to where whatever I think, that's what I am.
Yeah, well, of course.
So
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay.
Okay.
Nobody gonna argue with me. Nobody gonna. Okay. So cognitive dissonance. My values, and I don't feel a discomfort. That's what I'm telling people. This is what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
A lot of people don't have that discomfort
Yes.
because to me, it has to be that level of discomfort of, okay, I'm thinking this way, but my actions aren't aligning this way. So I am at a odds or I'm opposing with myself. I'm having a problem. I'm having a contradiction
Right.
within me.
I don't think most people think about what they think about though.
Okay, right.
Like they
So that's
never
what-
they
right.
never do self-reflection and self-evaluation.
Right. And the people that do, most of the time we sitting down in the corner like, golly.
I'm messed up. I got some stuff I gotta fix. I gotta keep working on
I
this.
gotta work on me more than you. I ain't worried about you. I'm worried about me.
You wanna
You
I ain't gonna argue with you.
No, and that's what. No joke, really, and that's a lot of what I'm on. Especially like when you talking about Christian and Bible and church and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm on that save yourself train. I can't help you. No problem. I got me issues, so I hope you work out with that.
So is that what it meant? Is that what the author meant when he said you have to work out your own soul salvation?
Yeah, that's exactly
through
what he
fear
meant.
and trembling.
Exactly what he meant. Because everybody, you so worried about everybody else, pull that own beam. Get that beam.
That's in
Get your. You worried about everybody else. I love it when people talk about church and everything else because I'm sitting there looking at them like, all right, what you say? Good. Go get your own stuff. That's all I can tell you.
I like
Where
that.
about yourself?
Worry about
Worry
yourself.
about yourself.
Worry about
I
yourself.
like it. Now, in regards of this topic, health-wise,
I want to be skinny, but I eat soft batch cookies all day.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, here's the problem.
Hey, that's exactly what that is.
That's exactly what people. That's cognitive dissonance.
I want to lose weight. I want to look good. I want to be fit, but I'm eating soft batch.
And that's why, but see, and I think that's where I probably was different because when I started back in the gym, all I said was I want to be immensely strong. That was my only goal. I didn't care nothing about what this frame looked like. Like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm fat, but catch his hands.
Touch that back.
Exactly. Find out what I'll be out there.
Silverback gorilla.
Hey,
I'll be out there. Y'all, I don't know if y'all.
Hey, no joke. I went lifting with a power lifting. That ain't fun. Don't do that with Alan.
You were doing a strength test, man. But I did it on purpose.
I wish.
I did it on purpose.
You talking about me like
no?
this guy.
I did it on purpose. But at the same time, like, don't do that.
Hey,
Gotcha.
Don't fool yourself.
listen to your body, which is what I keep saying.
Listen to your body.
Listen to your body.
Listen to
Don't
your
worry about
body.
what I'm doing over here. Listen to your body.
Hey, Calvin, you might as well be like Stevie Wonder in the gym, man. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look.
Hey, look, that's the problem. If you come lift with either me or Zoe and you competitive, don't do that. Unless you've been doing this for don't do that to yourself.
And I can't work out with Alan because he
tried. He do it.
Alan has, like, we both have our strength and our weaknesses.
Right.
Like where I'm weak at, he'll be like predominantly stronger on, and that pushes me to like
Try to
do
fix
more.
that part.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm checking myself. That's why I say I'm worried about my own being.
But even when we go, I'm like,
I'm worried
are you
about
sure?
myself.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does tell me, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I got this.
All right.
Exactly. Then when he lifted off, like, you still sure? Because you ain't went down yet. I can still help you put the bar back.
I gotta get it right.
But that's so I try not to have those internal battles. Now, that doesn't mean they don't exist, because I think these internal battles, this cognitive dissonance exists for everybody.
It does.
It's just, to me, again, where those things intersect with harming other people is where, because my thing is, I believe in like almost absolute personal freedom. Until you start talking about having to do it. Like, if you want to live in a cabin in the woods, do whatever you want in that cabin. You can smoke crack. You can do cocaine. I don't care what you do. You in a cabin in the woods, you by yourself.
Does not reflect upon
You by look.
Right.
If you listen, you have complete autonomy to me over your own body. So if you want to harm yourself and you not hurting other people, nobody knows you exist. You in the woods, only people know you is the bears and the squirrels. Okay, but then once you start involving other people, now we gotta start legislating stuff.
But all right. So what's the topic of cognitive dissonance? Most people who have those so-called values and wanting certain actions, and then have the discomfort behind their behavior, they avoid people and situations that remind them of that value. Okay,
Absolutely.
so back to your favorite. You go to church.
I ain't say.
Yeah, hey. Now you started. I got it. You started. Hey, you got it. All right. So here, the people that say, like you said, these are my values, right?
I'm listening.
If there was a true discomfort about it, they would avoid that situation of going to that place to be reminded of their actions.
Yep.
That further lets me know
Yep.
those aren't your values. Make sense?
I understand.
Because if I say I want to do X, Y, Z, I'm going to avoid going places that where I don't do X, Y, Z, but I'm saying I do X, Y, Z.
You're gonna avoid.
So I'm gonna
places that
avoid
make you
that
uncomfortable.
situation.
Yeah.
You see it?
I understand.
So
what you're
I
saying.
can't call. I'm a car.
I think in line with that, I think that's what people do. They avoid which I think is part of the problem, is because they avoid all things uncomfortable. Because
Right.
if they went to, I think, but in this,
Oh boy, here you go.
so I think this is part of the reason. Part of the reason why people don't want history taught in their schools is because they have this is what history is, and don't want to be told and don't want to be reminded that, oh yeah, this is what it is, but so is this. And then what do you do with that? What do you do with that information? Because if all you want to believe is that, like one of my aunts said, that the United States is number one, where, in what? So let's bring out some more knowledge and information, and people don't want that because then it makes them uncomfortable. But you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
But do you think they have actions? Okay, for the people that say United States is number one, so the ideology, the cognitive part is, I'm thinking this value of this nation is so great. Mm-hmm. What are some of the actions they would avoid or don't do that supposedly aligns with that value of this is such a great country? No, I'm not racist. I'm not.
Told you.
What? No, because that the dissonance part has to be.
Oh, the uncomfortability.
Right. That's what I keep.
So
that's
what you're gonna
out.
avoid. So let's say, using the example of say a racist, you are going to avoid the city of Chicago completely.
Why Chicago?
You are going to avoid Detroit. You are going to avoid any spaces where that ideology could be challenged, and you intrinsically know them, right? You're gonna avoid any and all spaces where that ideology could be challenged. So the only thing you're going to do is you're going to go to coffee houses where that won't be challenged. You're going to go to restaurants where that won't be challenged. And it's going to be a self-confirming feedback loop, because everywhere you go, all of those people have the same problem. And I think that is getting back to like church. That becomes the problem, is everywhere you go, all of these people are being reaffirmed the exact same thing all the time, and nobody ever gets outside of their bubble. So it's like everything else. It's the biggest problem I think with social media is everything just becomes a self-confirming feedback loop, and you never get the introduction of new information. You never get the introduction of contrary opinions. You're never challenged why you believe what you believe, and how you came to these decisions.
So in my listening and reading and trying to comprehend the subject. Thank you. Even though it's on the other side. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You guys look good all over.
So when it comes to this,
right,
doing something or believing in something, and the actions are not lining up, is that... go ahead.
Contradicts.
Okay, yeah. Contradicts. Thank you. For me, you have to be consciously aware of these things. Well, me personally, I have to be consciously aware of it. For example, I know I'm a big boy, all right? And I like to eat a lot. Well, I like to eat, but knowing that I don't want to be like obese, and I have medical issues as far as sugar, blood, and all that other stuff, I have to be aware of these things to make sure that what I want matches up with my actions. So I can't be out here eating all the sweets. I can't be out here just eating grease and all this other stuff. I have to take action to get to a point where I can be comfortable in my own mind as far as how I am internally, and because the outside part, I'm good. I don't have to be a certain shape, but I do want to be in good health, if that makes sense to y'all. So by saying that, in my head, I can't comprehend. Well, now I can't, because before I was doing a lot of contradictory things. I wanted to be good, but I wasn't getting the mental health help I needed. I wanted to be good, but I was out here smoking, and until some tragic things happen, and I realized that this might not be the right thing for me, or I'm out here drinking, and again something tragic happens, and because of the drinking, somebody's insides were torn apart and couldn't be repaired type thing. So I think that for the people who have this cognitive dissonance, you have to have a life-changing experience to kind of get things in order, I believe. to help line your belief up with what your actions are. Is my thought.
Yeah,
'Cause that's how it happened for me.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, one of my mentors said, there's only two ways we really grow anyway, and that was spaced repetition or a heightened emotional experience. Which spaced repetition is you hear it again, you hear it again, you hear it again, and eventually you believe it. A heightened emotional experience is you are going to die if you don't do this thing, and that's, something that really pulls you in.
And I hope that, for most listeners, that it doesn't take something tragic or that heightened emotional experience that Alan just mentioned to happen for you to do so. Hopefully you get into the first half of what he said, the repetition part, in order to line up your thinking.
But those are some of the solutions. Because like you said, mindfulness or being conscious of the cognitive dissonance. Right. That's one of the biggest keys of fixing it. Because everybody has it on some level. I believe that. A lot of people have that cognitive dissonance happening every day. But
of course.
they do. Like you said, the mindfulness, being thoughtful of it, that's one of the biggest things. Challenging the beliefs or challenging the what you're thinking, that's another way to help solve it. You have to challenge it. You have to challenge it.
And so this is also how you can tell that, like if you're talking to somebody, when you can tell that they have it, is they do the slow blink after you've made your point.
What?
The slow blink, like the cartoon blink, 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 blink. Like their mind is processing and it's just like about to explode. Like, so that they just kind of freak because they're like, wait a minute, who did what? And then they just sit there, and then you're like, okay, well, moving on.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that last. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. All right, so hey, we gotta wrap this up. Not right this second, but
I get it,
dude.
Wrap it up, B.
I'm trying not to jump in on
what?
On other stuff.
Like on this topic?
Yeah, because this is good. I'm glad we did this one.
I mean, we can do a part two.
We might have to do a part two.
I mean, so
what else
induce
do you have
effort.
to talk about?
Induce effort to help stop cognitive dissonance. Induce effort. You should make effort to align your behavior for what you believe and what you do.
Why would people do that?
You have to make an effort. You have to make
that takes energy.
You have to make an effort.
That takes discipline. What? I'm just saying.
Don't be cussing up here, man. Don't be cussing up here. Well,
I mean, there's a lot of things that go with that. Like it takes effort, it takes time, it takes discipline. Like, yo, you can't expect. Never mind, man.
Man, look, we're gonna do a part two on dealing with just solutions, not the problem. Because the problem is, everybody, this is a good topic. The problem is cognitive dissonance. The problem is what you're thinking and you're saying your values are directly contradicts your behavior.
I want to be great. You couch potato.
That is greatness. Great at doing nothing.
A lot of people I know move, man. They take care of business. They do what they need to do, man.
Cognitive dissonance, though.
I understand.
So, like smoking. I know people smoke, but you want to be healthy. You say you're a healthy person.
I know people who smoke and can run 3 miles in under 18 minutes.
Right, but that's the dissonance.
The actions,
right? The dissonance. That's the dissonance part. That's the dissonance.
They don't have no conflict.
That's their feelings.
They don't have any conflict.
But that's what I'm saying.
They
that's
don't have
the
no
problem.
discomfort.
The discomfort. That's why I say it has to be a mindfulness. It has to be a discomfort, because if there's no discomfort, there's no cognitive dissonance. There is no issue.
So that's what I will help create discomfort for people. Then
I can do that.
I'm gonna help create discomfort for others.
Do that.
Because a lot of times I'm just like, I just let you sit in your cognitive dissonance.
And everybody has it.
Dang.
Everybody has it.
They do.
Sitting in your own filth.
And I give everybody permission.
Yeah.
To point out areas where I may have cognitive
For sure.
dissonance.
You gotta have that same energy.
Cognitive dissonance.
Keep that same energy,
Keep
player.
that same energy, player.
Cue the music.
So that's how we can be better. Oh, hey, listen. So I got a question that I'm gonna start asking people. So if you know me at all, be prepared that you might get a text message, DM, or whatever. But I've started asking people, hey, what was the best thing that happened to you this week?
Oh, okay. That's good. That's positive. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
What was the best thing that happened to you this week? Because even in the midst of trials and tribulations, there could still be a best thing that happened this week. It might be the best thing that happened was you only cried 5 days instead of 6.
Ugh.
Lowered expectations.
Oh, no, I ain't doing that.
But
I ain't doing that.
ideally, it would be something that is positive, right?
Yeah.
What is the best thing that happened to you this week? But anyway, we got to wrap this one up. So cognitive distance. Anybody got any parting thoughts?
Nope. We're gonna do a part 2, so I'll save it for that.
Word.
Calvin.
Nope, one more. Let's hit it.
Word.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.